Okay, so it's been a minute since I last talked about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League on this channel. You guys know my personal opinion about the game. I'm not the biggest fan of its trajectory right now. There was a couple of things I was hopeful for, you know, the potential of the return of the Justice League, some Easter eggs hidden in there that maybe Batman will return, and you know, like, there's some things that I do like about the game. I don't mind some of the traversal abilities. I do think that the gameplay is a decent amount of fun. I mean, I've logged quite a bit of hours into Suicide Squad. At the end of the day, you guys know that the Arkham games, it's in the DNA of this channel. So yeah, there were some things that I liked about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, but for the most part, I wasn't the biggest fan of the game. Certainly didn't like some of the things that they did, obviously, with Batman and just in general, some of the story decisions. But from the sounds of it, they're sticking with this game. They are not giving up on it. They are not dropping it, and we can expect more content to be added. And now finally, we actually know what the next season of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is going to look like, what new character is going to be joining the roster. We now have a lot of information about the future roadmap for this game. It doesn't look amazing. And yeah, I know that's not much of a surprise, but that's the same way I feel when I know that you guys have already scrolled down and hit the thumbs up button on this video. Not much of a surprise. Now, I will say this much, it hasn't been officially tweeted or announced by Rocksteady. The Suicide Squad Twitter account hasn't posted about this either. In fact, the way that I got this information was from a promotional email, having been subscribed to the newsletter for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I just checked my inbox today. I looked on the promotional tab and there's an email from Suicide Squad that says, hey, here's season 2. Here's what's coming up. Not the way that I was expecting the official announcement of season 2 to go, but I imagine if you're watching this video right now, they've probably tweeted about it. We probably have some HD images of the characters, and if so, we're going to be using that in this video. But you're probably sitting there and wondering, okay, what's the new playable character coming to this game? Well, when I clicked on the email, you can see that playable character right away. And while we thought originally maybe it was going to be something like a Mr. Freeze being added, there was that image at the end of the story campaign that teased all the new playable characters coming. And I was sitting there like, yeah, it looks like it's going to be Mr. Freeze or Captain Cold or something of that sort. There was a lot of like things happen in the open world too when Joker dropped that was teasing, you know, something cold is coming. And indeed, it looks like a Mr. Freeze type character is the next playable character for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Now, because they haven't officially talked about this on Twitter or made any sort of announcement, what I did notice is that when I open the image from the email into a new tab, it does list the actual file name as Miss Freeze. So yes, not Mr. Freeze, but in fact, Miss Freeze. I imagine maybe something going on with alternate Earths, as has been happening with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I mean, Joker is an alternate Earth Joker, so that's probably the case here with Miss Freeze. And I don't really care if they're changing it up, you know, it's just, in general, I don't love the design. I'll have to wait and see what it actually looks like in game, and if they actually plan on adding cool Arkham skins for this character, that would be awesome, but we'll have to wait and see on that. In general, the design is nah, you know what I mean? It's the same way I felt about the Joker, where it's like you look at the character and you're like, they have all the iconographies to recognize them as that character. Like, I look at this image and I'm like, yeah, you know, that looks like Mr. Freeze, or in this case, Miss Freeze. But it's not one of those designs where it's like iconic, where it's like, oh man, that really pops out at you. You know, similar to what they did with the Joker in the Arkham games and what they did with Mr. Freeze in Arkham City. Even his design in Arkham Knight is kind of cool. I mean, it's a little bulky in my opinion, but for the most part, it's pretty sweet. Here, though, you know, the helmet looks decent. She's got the goggles that are red, too. That's pretty cool, but I don't know about the actual suit itself. Again, I want to see the full model. I want to see it in motion before I make any full judgments. And it confirms there as well in that promotional image of Miss Freeze that the second season of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will be starting on July 11th. I was honestly fully expecting that they were going to delay this next season of the game, but it looks like it's still full steam ahead for Suicide Squad, which I gotta say I'm surprised by. And if there is one thing that I will say I am genuinely looking forward to, it's what the traversal and in general the gameplay could be like playing as Miss Freeze. Because if you're skating on ice through the city of Metropolis, that could be pretty fun. One thing that I feel like Rocksteady has done a good job with is the gameplay. The traversal with all 4 members of the squad, the gunplay, all that stuff really works for me. It's just the everything else part that doesn't. But okay, you're probably wondering what else is going to be coming with this brand new season of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and there was a little gif below the image of Miss Freeze which showcased a lot of the stuff that's on the way. So with episode 3, we got Frozen Hearts, which is going to have new Infamy sets and new Notorious gear. We're going to be getting a Killer Frost Infamy set, which the guns actually look pretty sweet, I'm not going to lie. And then we're also going to be getting a Firefly Notorious set and a Parasite Notorious melee set. The gun designs look pretty decent, you know, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm wondering in general as well what kind of effects we're going to get out of these different weapons that they add into the game. And then there's also going to be the Elseworlds Mayhem map. We're going to have a Superman and Flash Brainiac fight. Is it going to be the both of them at the same time? I wonder what that could be like, or if it's just that they're allowing you to play against the Superman Brainiac and the Flash Brainiac, you know, in this Elseworlds Mayhem map. Metropolis is going to be ever changing. They're going to be updating the open world with some Miss Freeze stuff. You know, some things are going to be frozen. It's going to be cool, literally. Maybe not necessarily figuratively, but it will literally be cool. And you can see at the bottom there that there is going to be a new battle pass with the launch of this next season, and you can kind of get a glimpse at some of the skins that we're going to be getting in this new battle pass. I am not the biggest fan. It looks like they're doing kind of a steampunk, almost robotics sort of skins. Like what's going on here? Again, why does the Joker not have a Batman Who Laughs costume? Why are we not getting skins for these characters, some of which have existed in the Arkhamverse? Why are we not giving them their Arkham looks as skins for people to buy? What is this battle pass? What's going on? But there is another image that flashes in the email of what else is on the way with this roadmap. With episode 4, it's titled Winter. This is the mid-season update. We're getting new Infamy sets, new Notorious gear. We're getting a Captain Cold Infamy set. Would have been cool if we got him as a character. And then Icicle is getting a Notorious set, and the Trickster is going to be getting Notorious melee items added into the game. Then we will be getting the Green Lantern and Superman Brainiac fight, and it sounds like to me what they're saying here is it's going to be the two of them together as a boss fight, which, I mean, that's going to be really chaotic. We'll see how that goes. There's also going to be new incursions and new shop items. Now, they're listing this as part of the mid-season update. It doesn't list that these new shop items are coming when the new character drops. So, I don't know, but when we get to that mid-season update, we are going to be getting the official Arkham Knight Harley look. So I know I just said that they should be adding Arkhamverse skins for the characters that have existed in the Arkhamverse, and they're doing it, but this is still not a lot. I feel like there's so much more they could be doing. And it's funny because you can actually kind of already get the Arkham Knight Harley look in Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, but not the full-on one-to-one look from Arkham Knight. Now we are going to be getting that as part of new shop items coming to the game with the mid-season update. I have no idea what new skins, if there will be any, that are going to be dropping into the game on July 11th when Miss Freeze actually ends up dropping into the game. I do know, though, that you're going to be subscribing and turning on those notifications for my thoughts and my review when this season does drop. And in general, I'm just not particularly excited about the future of this game and what's coming with this update. Again, the one thing that might be a silver lining is that I'm kind of looking forward to what the traversal could be like and what the gameplay could be like for Miss Freeze, what they're going to be doing with that character to try and honor her abilities. But originally, where I would have been excited for like maybe some cutscenes and some story, I know not to expect that now, considering what we got with the Joker season. My expectations are set astronomically low, and maybe that's a good thing. Maybe they should be really, really low, because that way, if there is a couple of cutscenes or if there's just something there with this new season, it'll exceed my expectations. And honestly, I'd recommend you do the same thing. If you're still one of the few people that are playing this Suicide Squad game, keep those expectations in check, because we're probably not going to get a whole lot when it comes to story, when it comes to cutscenes, or narrative in general. The season is most likely going to start with a motion comic that's going to very loosely explain how this character is brought into this world, and then we'll be moving on into gameplay. Oh, and in case you were wondering, they're probably going to follow the same formula that they did with the Joker, where you can buy the character early if you'd like. And yes, you would be able to buy the character with real money, or you just grind through some stuff, a pretty healthy grind at that, to unlock the character for free. When July 11th rolls around, when this new update is brought into the game, I will definitely be covering it. I will give you guys my honest thoughts on it. I have been nothing but 100% honest when it comes to this game right here on this channel. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think about Miss Freeze as a playable character? Is there anything that you're looking forward to in this new update? Obviously, keep it civil, guys. I mean, there are real people that still work on these games. We're allowed to criticize it. You know, I'm not saying don't be critical, but be normal. Just remember that behind all these games, the developers themselves working on them, they're human beings. You know, they're trying their best. Nobody is setting out to make a bad game. But anyways, sound off with the thoughts in the comments below. I've been Caboose. I'll see you guys later.